And we're back. Okay, so what we're going to do in this lesson is end this thread and start the new thread. Now, one of the books, I'm just going to finish this 5th satin stitch here and just bring it to the back. Okay. Now, one of the books, and I think several books say this, is that when you end your thread, we should be tucking it in the back of our work behind our stitches, going in the direction it would have gone in. So this thread that I've just moved to the back should actually go underneath the stitches that I have not stitched yet. So that I'm going to park over out of the way, and I'm just going to bring it to the top and just give it a little bit of a, just do that type of thing. And I leave it on the needle because when I'm ready to pick it up and go, I don't need to rethread it. And then I have my second one. Now I'm still looking at the front of the work. What I'm going to do is on the back of the work, because the stitching will continue up this way, I will thread it this way so that it's continuing. Now I really don't know if it makes a difference if you follow that. Do what you think is best. Okay, so this is where we ended. I'm going to flip it over, and again I'm going to have to sit down here and look at what I'm doing, so I won't be able to see the screen. And again, it's just simply going from, so we're going to continue, this is the thread we parked. I'm going to be continuing to stitch this way, up here and there. So I'm going to take my thread. I tend to do a little extra. They say, you know, maybe 4, sometimes I'll do even 6, but this is a small piece. So I'm just going to bring it in, and we're going to put it in this is the back of the work again. We're just going to anchor it into the back. And there are other suggestions about different ways of anchoring it. For instance, you can come up halfway here and then flip over the one thread and continue on. Again, do what you feel is best and makes you feel secure about the back of your work. So we'll keep going here, do this, and whoop, and that. Okay, so we're coming out here. All right. Now, this is what we were using. That was the thread we were stitching with. That thread would have gone into this hole here. So I'm going to take this thread, our new thread, and put it into this hole. And flip it over, and we're ready to go. And we're ready to stitch. So 90 degrees, and I'll continue stitching. Now, as an aside, let me bring this up here. This is the very start, and we had anchored our thread. Where's the anchor? We had anchored it way over here, and this was the start. So if we follow the same logic that I did here, that this thread, that my new working thread, was woven behind the work coming up this way, because this is our direction of stitching. The old thread, this was from the old thread, when I've done some blocks here, will actually weave in behind those blocks, because that's the direction it would have gone in. Plus what that does is, then I don't have double threads behind here and nothing here. I'll have threads behind here and then some thread behind there. So it evens out your the back of your work. The same thing I'm going to do here. So when I stitch this up and around and I match up here, and I will do the video when we get to the match up, I'll pull it to the back of the work, and then I will thread it behind those stitches, because that's the direction it would have gone in. Then this waist knot that we have here, which is from this very first cloister block, I'll cut that, and then I'll weave that back in those stitches, because that's theoretically where it would have come from. So we follow our line of stitching. I think it's done for two reasons. As I said, the first reason is then the thread that you have on the back of your work behind your closter blocks is more evenly spread out. You don't have a whole chunk of it just under one section. And the other reason is, again, you may not find it makes much of a difference, but it makes the thread look like it's going in the right direction. It's not being pulled awkwardly. You won't get a gap like that. I've done it the other way, and I have not had gaps. Again, do the way you feel is best. This is just something I've read in a book, and I decided I'm going to try to follow it as best I can. Okay, so what I'm going to do, this will be a short video. I'm just going to finish this up. I'll get right up to here, and I'll show you how this matches up. And then when we're done that, well, we'll figure it out when we get there. Okay, so I will do this, and I'll come back at the next video. All right, thanks again for watching. Bye.